Hello crafty friends, I am back with my Ollie's haul. We're going to call this part 2 because I was trying to do it all in one go, and instead of pausing the video to grab more things, I stopped the video. So we're just going to leave that one just cut off like that, and that's how it will be loaded. And I'll just make a note that the second half is coming. I think I've said this before, I kind of can edit videos. I can do some really basic stuff on my phone, but I don't. And so it's kind of a pain. And so whenever I've put things to edit later, they just never happen and never get posted. So it'll just be one cutoff video, and then this will be the second half of that video. So anyway, this is the rest of the stuff I've gotten recently. So I grabbed these. I think I've seen one other person haul them. There's some like light and some dark heat transfer sheets. I have done some before. I haven't done this in a very long time, and so I figured for $1 it would be fun to grab, and if I end up not using them, then I can always gift them to someone, or if they don't work very well, you know, it's not a big loss. But I thought I'd grab them. This glitter paper I thought was just so pretty. I've gotten some of the pads of glitter, so I haven't typically been getting like the single sheets. I've gotten some when I thought they were really unique, but this, like, it's such a fine glitter, and it's not shedding, so I thought that was very pretty. So I got some of those. This is one of these. So I got a couple of these. They're 12 by 12 paper boxes. I thought they would just be really like handy, although I unpackaged one, and two things. Opening it is very much a pain. Like, they are very, I don't know, tightly. The top and the bottom fit together very tightly, and there's not much to grab onto, so they come apart, but it's definitely a bit of a challenge. And it seems like it's exactly 12 by 12. So when I tried to put some paper in it, because my plan when I got these was to sort some of the single sheets that I've been getting and put them in here so that they don't get damaged. But any paper that has one of those like strips, like a branding strip, which a lot of them do, they don't fit. So that was kind of frustrating, but you know, it was $1. So they work, they didn't quite work the way I wanted them to. I did get this. I think this one was $2. I've gotten a couple other paper rolls, and again, my idea with these is for journals. I've mentioned before, Carolina's Crafts, originally $10. Carolina's Crafts, she does a ton of like journals and folios, and she's been a great inspiration. And so, but she's talked about having like 17-inch paper, which I don't have, and I feel like it would be kind of pricey to buy. So when I've been seeing these rolls, I'm like, okay, well, I can kind of create that anyway, using these. So I got that. I have a ton of washi. I don't think I've shown any of this before, but I might have, so who knows. But recently I've just been finding a lot of different washi. So there's this damask love, which I've also found the ephemera and some puffy stickers, so that's really fun. I feel like now it's like I got one piece of different things, and so now I want like whole collection. So I'll find like the cards or the ephemera or the washi, and then I'm like, well, now I need the papers and the other stuff. I haven't like bought anything full price. I'm just kind of keeping an eye out, like, oh, maybe I can find something else. So this is the Stardust by Jen Hadfield. This is Round Trip by Maggie Holmes. This is really pretty. I've got Brighton by Bo Bunny. Most of these I have more than one. This one I think I just have the one. So if you want to swap for any of them, again, just let me know. But this one, it was just like one of those random, again, that's why I always say like dig around if you can, if you have time. It was just like in a random box that had nothing to do with washi in the bottom. There was some other random stuff in there. I don't dig through like every single box all the way to the bottom, but I could see this one was kind of a mixed up box, and so I found that. And after that I dug around. I could not find any more. Dreamer. I don't know who makes this, if it's just like American Crafts. because there's no other designer on here, but these are very pretty. Purple is my favorite color, so these are great. The pebbles, I think I had, it seemed like there's 2 birthday collections. I think I found the other one before, but I'm not totally sure. I'll have to double check. Oh, I can show you the back so you could see. A little easier, besides what's like on the roll, because the roll sometimes can be hard to see. Oh, that one doesn't have it. Okay. And then we've got this, Jen Hadfield, We Are Family. I'm pretty sure I have something else, or this is Family. I feel like I found something else with this collection as well. I know some of these I found like cards or like ephemera. This is Posy Pop. I don't really know what this is, but the colors are pretty. And Paige Evans, this is Garden Shop. I know I have the cards for this, and I think I might have some ephemera. I'm not sure. So lots of washi. And then some ephemera. So these pebbles, I don't know if I'll use these for baby, but I just thought the designs were so cute. And I feel like you could use these for other things, or like I feel like you could cover some of these, right? Like you could just cover that, or you could just have like wild one or put something else on top. But look at the little tigers, they're so cute. And then the back is lined, which is nice. They're all different. There's some that have the grid and some that have the lines, so that's also cool. I like the little contrasting color up top. We Love You Baby Boy, again, that's very clearly baby, but we could just, you know, we love you, or just cover like love you and use the rest of this, or just use the back and, you know, cover up the front with something else. This one, again, the little bear, the animals are just what got me. But again, you could just find a way to put something over the baby bear and just have hello, or cover this whole thing. I like to layer up my embellishments anyway, and so I don't think that would be too hard to do. This one is the one that's like very clearly baby. It's very cute. And then the giraffes. Giraffes are my favorite animal. I love them. It says for the newest guy in town, but again, that would be super easy. You could even just trim this right off if you don't want to put something else down there. The giraffes, that's what sold me. They're so cute. I love them. And then this too, this little elephant. It says, oh boy. And that, I feel, I mean, that could be baby, but it could just be like, oh boy, like, oh gosh. Like I'm flying in the air with a balloon. Or again, these seem to just be really easy to cover without, like they don't go over the image, which is nice. So those are adorable. So I got those. And then I found this art journaling pack. I opened it. There's like 162 pieces. I probably lost some when I opened it because they went everywhere. Like this thing is stocked full. And so I tried to put some of them back, but some of these 162 pieces are like these teeny tiny little things. So some of them just, and I wasn't necessarily expecting that when I opened it. So some stuff just kind of went flying. Yeah, even just right now. Oop, some stuff just went flying. Little stars. So yeah, some of this little stuff is, you know, part of that 162. But there's also a lot of really cool, like, bigger things. So we've got, I'll use this. There's acetate in here. There's vellum. Try to go through these relatively quickly. There's these tags. Some of them are foiled, which is very cool. More acetate. Oh, I can use this. Duh. Postcard, and they're very like kind of bent and crinkled because of how they were shoved in the bag, but that is not a huge deal to me. They also kind of have like a kind of old-fashioned like worn look anyway, so I feel like it, A, you can probably straighten them out for the most part, and B, it kind of goes with the vibe. So that is not a huge deal. Look at the little butterfly. This is like a tag. Foiled vellum. And see, like this one, like some of these were kind of bent up and stuff. Again, there's 162 pieces, so I am not mad about the couple that are kind of bent up. That's really cool. A map. So these are more vellum. So much world, so little time. I thought that was pretty. Travel is my therapy. More little banners and things. So I just liked the variety that this pack came with. I feel like there's so many different things you could use these for. You could use them as ephemera. You could use them as like journaling spots. Little like things to make in, like stick in a little pocket in an album. Okay. Oop. Oh, that's cool. I like foiling right there, the little stamp. More tags and stamps. And tags. Strip. And for these tags, like obviously, you know, it's flat, it's printed, but I like how they have sort of this shadow to make it look a little bit more dimensional for those like hold reinforcers. So if you didn't want to punch something, it still has, oh, that one ripped in half. Cool. It still has some of that dimension to it. Explore. Oh, oh, there's the part. There you go. Yeah, can make that work. Even if it was just like, this is sticking out of something, or this is sticking out of something, definitely still usable. Again, for $1 for all these pieces, I am not mad about a few being damaged. This is cute. The train ticket. I'm trying to go quickly because there's so much. Yeah, this one got a little mangled. Also, it's fine. It's fine. Boat. Let's start the journey. Sorry if you can't really see these very well, but there's so many. I'm trying to get through this. Oh, I don't know if that popped out of something or if that's something by itself. Who knows? Little stamps and things. My husband and I did go to Europe last year. I hadn't really been, like, I'd been once in high school for some like school thing. That was ages ago, and we went to just London, which is still not just, right? Like that's still very, very cool. But as an adult, oh, there we go, more broken pieces. As an adult, I haven't been to Europe. And so we went to Europe for, to me, what feels like essentially the first time, or at least the first time in forever. And we went to a couple different places, and so this is like so cool because there's, we did go to London and Paris and Rome. Those are the 3 places we went, and there's stuff for all of those. So that was very cool. That's like a once in a lifetime kind of trip, I feel like. So that was very exciting. And this ephemera would go so well with a lot of that. Railway ticket. That's cool. Big piece of vellum. More stamps. Acetate. Almost the end, guys. London. Airplanes. Stockholm. Yeah, we didn't go to all these places. Little train. We did visit a Harry Potter thing because I love Harry Potter. That's what this little red train reminds me of. That's cool. And adventure. Ooh, yeah, this plane got a little mangled. It's all right. That's cool. Oh, and avalanche. There's a lot of stuff, you guys. This is like a huge pile of ephemera. So anyway, that is all of that ephemera. I'm just going to try to shove that over here and deal with that later. And then one more thing that I got, you guys, that is a crazy find. I was so excited. I think I talked about this in a previous video, kind of, but I got a mink, a full-size mink. How crazy is that? I haven't decided yet if I'm going to keep it for myself or do a giveaway or do a swap. I have a mini mink, and so I can't even like put this up there. So I have to move it. I have a mini mink, and I love it. I had tried to do the foiling with just a laminator, and I definitely do notice a difference. I do feel like the Mink does a better job, and so I haven't felt the need or really tried to foil anything bigger, but I mean, I feel like for such a great deal, so to be able to get a Mink and you know, have the full size available, I'll probably keep it, or maybe, I don't know, maybe a giveaway at some point, or I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Or again, if anybody has a cinch and you want to swap a cinch for a mink, I'm sure shipping will be a little bit hefty because it's like a heavy thing, but probably still way cheaper than buying one. I didn't even realize how expensive they were because I think my mini one was like, I don't know, 40 or something. It wasn't too bad, but looking these up, these big ones are like $150. I was like, holy schmoly. So anyway, that was a very exciting find. But that is the rest of my hauls, I think, that I've gotten recently. Although, again, I don't know when I'll get this posted, and by the time I do, I will probably have gone back to Ollie's. I'm trying to take a little break, but it is hard. Because I keep seeing so much cool stuff, and it's like that, it's that like FOMO, right? Like you're like, oh, but what if they have, you know, something crazy like a mink and you miss it because you didn't go. So I'm sure there will be more hauls, but that kind of wraps what I've gotten in the last few weeks. And I hope you are having a wonderful crafty day. I hope you all are finding great stuff. I've been seeing more and more Ollie's videos popping up, so I don't know if it's because people are learning more about it. I don't know if it's just because like the videos, maybe it's just my algorithm, maybe it's that more people are filming it because everybody wants to watch them. I'm not sure, but it seems like people are finding a lot of great things out there. So keep hunting and have a wonderful crafty day. Bye.